Apparently, I ran along too long the last one. So here's the punchline. So I'm in the hospital. I'm getting mind fucked all the time in this hospital. They're doing the opposite of what the care I need. I don't know what the fuck is going on with them. When I'm suicidal, they're releasing me to die on the street. When I'm not suicidal, they're holding me for 30 days and fucking my insurance. When I'm sober and falling down from a neurological disorder, they're releasing me right away. When I'm drunk, they're keeping me for alcohol treatment. I'm just getting mind fucked all the time. When I have actual injuries, nothing gets done. But when I have made up mother injuries, they want to fucking poke and prod and do everything for me, even though I don't understand and it doesn't seem to be helping one bit because these are made up injuries and the medications aren't making any difference other than in sleep. And of course, dying all the time or being brought to life or having injuries all the time that you don't understand isn't helping. And anyways, I'm in the hospital. They're not really going to keep me. But then I tell a nurse that I want to leave due to a food stamp card problem. There's the magic words. And it was true. I just realized I was going to get robbed for $150 and all my food stamps and have to go without food for the month. Now, they already were making it very clear in the process that they were just going to release me. So now that they know somebody's going to steal from me, they want to keep me overnight, and they're going to try to hold it. They go, yes, we can fuck him. Let's fuck this kid. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God, these assholes. So all of a sudden, they put guards at the door, okay? And they're about to just fuck me. Now, originally, they even put my shoes in my bed so I could get the fuck out. They were getting me ready to get the fuck out. But I asked to leave for a food stamp card because somebody was going to rob my stuff, and now they're like, oh no, we need to keep it. So they're just about. I see the security guards come. I asked the security guard, I'm like, well, why are you coming to the door? They said, oh, they don't want you to leave. I'm like, oh. Well, can you ask them if I can like sign out or if I get an attorney? And I already know what they're doing. So I look at the security guards and I just said, hey, can you ask them, if I can just leave? What I already know is a no now. Originally, they were going to give a yes, but now that I'm going to lose money, they want to make it a no just to fuck me. They do this all. I think it's because I'm poor and they think I'm just playing around or something. I'm not. There's really something going on, but my mother and father is probably telling them I'm some fantasy spinner or something. So anyways, now they want to fuck me, but these security guards are dumber than a $2 doorknob or whatever. So I just look at them and they just told me that they're here for me. Okay? And I'm now asking these security guards to go to the desk in front of me and ask them if I can leave. Which they go, oh, okay. Both security guards leave the door, which I knew was going to happen because the desk is right there. And they're going to come for my shoes any second, but they have them on my bed because they were just about to rush me out, but now they don't want to because they're going to change their fucking minds. So I just grab my shoes and I run out. I just run. I know the right corner, boom. Hit the left corner, boom. Hit the right corner, boom. I go into where all the tent city is that the hospital doesn't know is right behind the fucking hospital. Put on my fucking shoes, meet a couple people up, wait a minute, fucking leave, boom, boom, boom. And I'm on the other side of town. I got my shit. And now the guy already wiped it out. Yep, I didn't even get there in time. He already wiped it out. Wiped out the food stamps. I got my cash, though. I got my cash. He didn't know my ATM pin or something. No, it wasn't that. No, he didn't get to it in time. Or somehow he got to it, and the paper was still in the bag. He got the food. And I literally yelled at one of my hustles, too, because there was a woman, Asian woman, who used to ask me to bring people to her that wanted food money, whatever the fuck that meant. It probably meant sell food stamps. And I really wasn't big into it, but Freddie was. So I knew exactly where he was going. So when my food stamps were missing, I went to Ma and said, did this get used here? And she goes, yes. I just gave Fred money for you. I said, no, you didn't. You gave money to him for him. What? I said, I want my food stamps back. I want my food. I want either 300 or whatever it was in cash, or I want my food. She goes, I called the police, made out a report in case I wanted to recoup my food stamps, but didn't fucking matter because the police are useless for the homeless. I should have known that. I mean, they never met up with me. They didn't give a fuck. Even after I'm saving women in front of their police station, even after I'm getting pregnant women after the street into the baby daddy's house, even after I've got, addicts off the street and got them with their original families into rehab, no matter how much I try to help out society, there's always assholes. There's always assholes who have no clue what the fuck is going on. Of course, they never seen age 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. They don't understand any of that. So when you get to 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, they don't understand. When you start realizing it yourself at age 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, when you start being able to kind of explain it, and you have these whole, oh, fuck, how do you explain the fuck? My mother's, how do you, fuck? And you just have a fuck moment about your childhood, and you're just going through this over and over, and you have the information, you just don't know what it means. What does it mean? You have all the details, you have all the years of it. It just, you haven't put it in order or looked at the full picture. Once when you do that, you're like, oh, okay, well, that makes perfect sense. Now, I mean, now there's no confusion whatsoever. It just makes perfect fucking sense. Okay, I can get treatment now. I can get help. Great. I can get over the mental part of it. I can stop doing what's hurting me, like listening to my mother's and father's stupid ass advice to take crazy ass pills that are hurting me. So I just don't take any drugs. Simple. Then I get help for my physical health. Simple. Tell the truth to all the agencies that come or ask you of any questions. Simple. No, it's not. We have a broken society and a lot of people who don't want to do their jobs, people that don't want to take responsibility for their actions, a bunch of douchebags that don't give a fuck about human life. You got the world falling apart and everybody out for themselves. You got police lighting people on fire, police not taking reports. We got assholes stealing, robbing, beating. We got family members who aren't family members. You got people only out for themselves. You got total mind fucks of systems. You got medical professionals who would rather do damage to a human body than help it. You got everybody out for money. If it's not about money, then let's just fuck the motherfucker up. Oh yeah, but if we're getting $100,000, we better watch ourselves because he has a fucking attorney, right? This fucking shit is gotta stop. This was not the way that my father worked in the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. This is fucked up shit that I'm seeing. I've talked to the people who lived in those eras, and they are horrified by what they see, especially the ones that live in the real fucking world right here at the bottom, who don't live in fantasy lands on a beach, taking planes, trying to ignore all the stuff they're seeing around them happening until some disease like COVID or a solar flare or some big event happens. And then they hug their loved ones and go, I'm going to change. I promise I'm going to change. Oh, God, I'm going to be a better person. Yeah, I'm going to change. I'm going to love one another. Yeah, I know. I'm going to do better. I wonder if this is a punishment for the way we're living. And then as soon as we all forget, as soon as we don't see it on TV, as soon as we can ignore it, we all start fucking acting like our old selfish selves. And that's why I act perfectly good by taking a self inventory every morning. And good was not the word I wanted to use. I wanted to use self inventory in a way, and I could not figure out a way to use that in the sentence. How do you replace good with self inventory? I wanted to use self inventory in the replacement of the word good. But that doesn't make any sense because I'm missing a word that I couldn't get out, and so I just rejected it and tried to use self inventory. But then I realized that word, it can't be placed there. So then I needed to come up with an in between word where I just use good and then self inventory, which still I don't think fits. So sorry about my language and the way I'm speaking, but trust me, it's a lot of word replacement here I'm trying to fit in. But yeah, I take a self replace. I do a self inventory every morning. I am shaking pretty bad here. I shouldn't be talking this long. I wasn't good before I started talking. I'm not good after. I'm not going to be great tonight. I'm doing too much with my nervous system. Anyway, so I do a self inventory every day. By doing a self inventory and by literally thinking of every fucking little thing that I could do yesterday wrong, or who could have I hurt, or like for instance, my kitty cat has got tuna 2 days in a row. Not a lot of it, but we have dry food that he hates that he refuses to eat for the last 3 weeks. He didn't like the first bag, he doesn't like the second bag. I didn't pay for it, but hey, it's free. Somebody else bought it, and that's fine with me, and they get loving. My roommate bought a bag of cat food, and I stocked up on as much as I could. Oh boy, did I. We even have a bucket of cat litter that a big bucket that I stocked up on just for fire hazards because the fire extinguisher is gone. Anyways, never even got used. Just walked out of the house. Anyway, so it was only a small little like kitchen can. It wasn't even like a wall can. Just like looked like a cleaning product or hairspray or something. Anyway, so my cat is wheezing in the background, by the way. Can you hear the whistle? That's my cat wheezing from the mold. Anyways, now, nothing wrong with that, right? But during my self inventory, mercury has high levels. You only should give a cat small amounts of tuna for a short amount of time. Something they don't tell you on the cat food tuna cans, I bet. They don't tell you how bad tuna is. And cats are such small animals and have such small brains, they're more sensitive to mercury. So tuna is fine in extremely small amounts. So you got to think about stuff like that. Okay, here's another one. I was hurting crossing the road on a sidewalk, and I told my roommate to hurry, 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 hurry. But during one of my self inventories, I'm like, he's set up for radiation. Yeah, I'm bent over and I'm about to fall. And when I got across the street, I did squat and fall into the grass where it's soft. And I was saying hurry, hurry, hurry because I felt like my kidneys were going to pop like a balloon inside my body. I'm shaking. My legs are about to give out due to a neurological disorder. But I'm asking him to hurry, 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 and it's hot out. It's warm out. It's not that bad. It could be a lot worse. And I'm asking him to hurry. He's faster than me half the time. He's just taking his pace. That was wrong of me. But it's only a small little thing, right? No big deal. But I got to make sure I do a self inventory. I don't have to do that. So let's make sure we don't do that. That's simple. So you try to hold that thought, add it to the list, think about it a couple times during your self inventories, and you don't be that person. That's simple. You talk to people around you, no matter who they are or what they are, and you try to understand why they are because you'll be surprised. I've seen people who actually come from money. Like I've met their families and they're like, "Do you realize how much money he had?" No, and I don't really care, but he definitely doesn't have shit now. Like, what the fuck? I've seen people who had businesses stolen from them and now are doing life in prison for putting two bullets in the guy's head. I've seen criminals go in and out of jail. I've seen guys who have 7 years and many murders on their belts in Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, and those ones are the ones that scared the fuck out of me. In Massachusetts, especially in Lawrence and Lowell, Lowell gets a lot of overflow. Lawrence is, and by the way, the cops know how to fuck them. They'll just call, "Hey, guy, come over here. I want to talk to you. Hey, you're on trespassing land. You're arrested." I saw that happen in front of me. I didn't move. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Oh, I learned a lesson there. When a cop says, "Come over here to talk," make sure you're not trespassing on any land. I mean, it's just, I talked to that same guy later, and he had warrants out in Puerto Rico. And I'm like, so he framed you? I don't understand. Then there was another guy in Puerto Rico in Lowell that's different, and he's looking at a shotgun charge and killing 7 people. and they only got like 2 bodies on him, so it is 7 years or more. So he just took a ride to Massachusetts and he doesn't have to go to jail. Yes, that's how it works. Or let's say you owe child support in Florida and you're about to go to jail for 3, 4 years in Florida because you can't make enough money to pay your child support and now you're really fucked. Just go on a landscaping crew to Massachusetts and stay there. You can get all the trespassing charges, you can steal and get a whatever. Just don't go to Florida. Fucked up, huh? You can commit murder in Puerto Rico and come to Massachusetts, and no matter how many police officers find you, you won't go to jail. They'll try to frame you, but you won't go to jail. You can owe child support in Florida. You can owe like 20 grand, and you can move up here. You can have a DUI or alcohol charges in Maine and go to Mass. I know at least 2 or 3 people that can never go to New Hampshire because they're looking at time for alcohol charges. By the way, if you ever get a DUI and you just don't want to fuck around with it, just get a license in another state. Boom. So don't go fucking fuck that state. I don't suggest it. I suggest doing your time because you will get harassed for the rest of your life. And what's even worse is when you get false charges brought upon you. Then you can just help the churches in the prisons. When you come out, take your revenge. Make sure to follow all the laws and rules to the regulations, and then just go really far away to like California. Make sure to fuck that guy really good though. Somebody frames you, make sure to fuck them real good when you come out. Make sure to fuck them real good and show them you know how to play that too. You know how to play that. You can hire somebody to beat you with a baseball bat and a mask and be in California by night. You can play that same motherfucking game. There's a lot of this stupid shit that you could do. But I don't suggest really committing crimes at all. I mean, if somebody's committing crimes against you over and over and over, and you've now done 20 years in prison for loving your children, yeah, that motherfucker needs to stop. And lawyers are best if you have money. But if somebody's going to keep fucking with you for the rest of your life and never letting up, you got to get the guy to stop and move to another state. That's it. Now, you can do that the nice way, the middle way, the hard way, the fucked up way, the legal way, the fucking illegal way, what I don't suggest. You can do it the Jesus way. You can do it the devil way, the demon way, the evil way. You can do it the torturer bullshit way. You can do it my mother's drugging way. You can do it, I mean, do it like my father and pretend like it never happened and go in la la land way. You can blame other people for it and then run to another state and pretend like it never happened. There's a bunch of ways you can handle it. I just face up the person, tell them this is what you did, how you going to make it right with me. That's usually my favorite way. And then if they don't, then you have to take action with attorneys or the family or somebody that person doesn't like to deal with or people of authority that you know that person doesn't want to fuck with. Or you can just have a crazy person meet with them. That's one of my favorites. Oh my god, that worked out so. Somebody fucks with you, you help out some mentally ill person for a year, and then you introduce them to the asshole. The asshole becomes an asshole in front of this crazy person. The crazy person loses it and does something terrible to the fucking mean asshole person. And then you realize to sit there laughing, going, yeah, you shouldn't act like an asshole in front of a crazy person. That's the wrong person to get mad in front of. Yeah, you can call me a queer fucking asshole and try to hit me when there's nobody around. But when there's a crazy person next to me who likes me, maybe you should be nice. Yeah, that one worked out pretty good a couple times. Actually, I have a whole list of crazy people that you don't wanna mess with. That actually like me a lot for actually quite attached. I think it's just because I'm a nice guy that is good at taking crazy shit and abuse. I get that from my mother and father actually, and a lot of the institutions. I had to deal with crazy roommates, crazy mother, kind of different type of crazy. My father wasn't crazy. I gotta say, he was a. I really learned a lot from him, but he had a problem with his wives. It was like a la la land denial, let them do horrible things and look the other way, pretend like red flags aren't in front of you, let them get whatever they want, give them they're the queen of the house, give them everything, not have any limits, not have any boundaries. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not crazy. It's not an illness. It's denial. It's letting fantasies go on, letting people get hurt, letting your wife drink when she's going through liver failure. It's like sitting there and letting the world fall apart in front of you, knowing you have the power to stop it, I guess. Yeah, that's a good place to stop it, though. Anyways, so, yeah, I ran out of the building because these two security guards were at the front. I just ran out of there, got my money, lost my food stamps. The hospital probably was like, what the fuck? He was right there. Like, you guys didn't take his shoes? You guys gave him his shoes? Why'd you give him his shoes? Oh, because you were throwing them out, but why are we keeping him? Oh, because he wants his food stamp card? What the fuck does that have to do with keeping him? Yeah, it was pretty fucked up shit, so I just was like, these are idiots. Hey, go ask those nurses over there if I can stay. See you later, guys. Just total mess of a hospital. I mean, this is what they do with the homeless. I mean, it happens a lot. None of my files are correct through them. None of them.